A very good afternoon and welcome to the live coverage of this Maliban Inter-Club Rugby League match between Havlocks and CHNFC. A top of the table clash. It's going to be an absolute banger today with the weather a little bit gloomy and makes excellent conditions for running rugby. We hope, of course, the weather doesn't open up the heavens, but Jai Vikrama and Janitha Dilshan on that super there. The team just finishing up their warm-up, their centre huddle. They're in their home ground, so they'd want to be a lot better than they were when they started off the season. Abdullah, big setback for them against CHNFC last week, but they'll want to come roaring back against CH.
Yes, good afternoon, Sean, again. Good afternoon to all our viewers. Yes, absolutely decisive clash here in this Maliban League series. Havlocks, as you very correctly said, went going down to CHNFC, which was disappointing, not just in terms of the result, but the overall performance as well. But what about CHNFC, Shanaka? I mean, they've absolutely, in my opinion, been the team of the season thus far. Going away to CHNFC, getting a result there, going up to Kandy, getting a that just puts them in prime position for this encounter. And as you can see, those are the weather conditions for today. Brilliant conditions for rugby. A bit overcast, humidity level really low. It's pretty still as well. So I think if both teams are willing to put in the effort and put in an 80-minute performance, we're in for a cracker of a game.
Bit of a drizzle, of course, as we were just walking across the grounds a few minutes ago, and it looks, though, as Abdullah said, stunning conditions for rugby. The ground is a little bit softer because there's been a bit of rain, but that means that these boys will be prepared to run, and that's something we saw on the lights as well, that the game was intense for 80 minutes, and hopefully these weather conditions will make sure that we get that intensity for the 80 minutes today as well in this top of the table clash between CHNFC and Havelock SC. Clubs will be pretty confident that they're into the second round, and of course the second round is where the going gets pretty intense, where the tough gets going, as they say. People still filling in to this ground. A bit of a smattering of home supporters here as well. But Abdullah, Havelock starting off the season, let's look at what they did last week. They flattered to deceive, didn't they? And they'd be not very happy with that defensive performance. When Asmir Fajuddin goes back and looks at that reel, he's going to think, why did I let a fly half get through me? But this is what CHNFC have been doing. It was pretty close against Army for a while, but then they broke away in the last quarter of that game, Lahiru Tirakaratna with that try. But Kohli Thamani Kalu has been outstanding for CH this season, but it looks like they've got another gentleman on the scorecard. Misaele Petero will be donning the CS jersey for the first time today. As we look at Havlocks, as we look at Kandy rather, taking on Air Force, and Dinala Ekanayaka has been absolutely spectacular on the wings for Sri Lanka as well as now for Kandy. And I just can't discount the amount of defense that this boy is sucking up. Heshan Jansen in the number 9 jersey for Kandy as well, Abdullah. So it's setting up to be a really interesting second round. Last week's breakdown, CHNFC 33-14 to Havelocks. They'll be wanting to do a lot better than that. And CH 43 points travelling away to Army, who only managed at 25. But from both these teams, they've conceded 33 points and 25 points. That's something they would have worked on in the week, isn't it?
Yes, I think in these big games, I think defense is going to play a big part, and you don't want to be leaking tries. I think both teams did that to a certain extent in their encounters. So the defense will need to be airtight, and it just comes to that coordination and alignment. If they can get those right, I think the team will probably be able to put in a better defensive effort today, will end up as victors.
Looking at those stats as well, we've seen the lineouts. Havelocks have been pretty good in the lineouts, and CH also have more than one target man in their lineout. So the defensive lineout is going to be a really interesting aspect today. Let's see who wins that particular battle. Handling errors, of course, Havelocks haven't been really good in that department. 4 handling errors last week, and CHN, of course, running the ball quite a bit. And that's where they will like to see guys like Janitha Dilshan, their captain, coming into the game. But looking at that Army versus CHNFC game, no turnovers, Abdullah, and that's something that CH will be wanting to fix. Their third row, they're good support playing third row, but they don't really get over the ball as much as maybe the coach would like.
Yes, and that's surprising so, because if you look at that lineup, they've got some really good third row players who are very good at the breakdown. So I'm sure that's something they would have looked at in the lead up to this game. As we have a look at the points table as well, CHNFC sitting ahead with 31 points, but you've got to keep in mind that they've played one match more than the rest of most of the rest of the teams in that top half as well. Kandy just behind by 3 points, and that encounter on Sunday is going to be crucial as well. But just in that third and fourth place, CHNFC and Havlocks. It's a very important game for Havlocks as well, isn't it, Shanika? If they drop another game, just getting to that super final is going to be not impossible, but it's going to be difficult. And from CH's point of view, a win here, they've probably gone away to the top 3 teams in the league thus far. And if they get the result here as well, that would put them in prime position to make it into that super final.
Certainly will be. That's why it's such an important game in the context of this entire league competition. As Abdullah said, CHNFC cannot take that lead for granted because they have played a game in hand. All the other 3 teams behind them have a game in hand. CHNFC and Havlocks, that game in hand is today, and that's why they will want the bonus point out of this game, and they will want to get a little bit more than they can get on the scoreboard today. 21 points Havlocks as a result of that draw and of course that loss last week. So unfortunately they will be the ones playing catch up, which is a little bit of a shame for what I think is probably the best forward pack that we have going in the league so far. But looking just below as well, we have some important games. Police playing Navy as well. That's going to be an important one. Army is going to be playing Navy, and that's going to be an important one at the bottom of the table too.
Yes, Air Force also just there and thereabouts. Probably need a couple of results to go their way as well to make it to that top second, but they cannot be written off by any stretch of the imagination. As you can see, the spectators just trickling in, is the Chanaga. Remember, it's a weekday, so probably as the game goes on, we'll probably find more people coming into the ground. But I think a lot of people probably just haven't got the hang of how important this game could be in the overall context of the league, isn't it?
Well, we'll certainly find out in 80 minutes and a little bit more. But as Abdullah said, it's early doors on Friday, so we will have to expect the crowds to come in a little by little, but we'll be back after the commercial break.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Love rugby,
live rugby.
Prima Kotumi, fun tamai.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep pushing the limits. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get. Spray. Go.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Muscle Guard Herbal Cream. A herbal cream for rapid relief and complete healing from muscle and joint ailments. Experience rapid relief. A trusted product from Link Natural.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය. Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Love rugby,
live rugby.
Prima Kotumi, fun tamai.
එතකොට මහත්තයාට උනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග්වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
keep sweating. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
එතකොට මහත්තයාරුනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Muscle Guard Herbal Cream. A herbal cream for rapid relief and complete healing from muscle and joint ailments. Experience rapid relief. A trusted product from Link Natural.
Perfectly Swisstech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swisstech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
වසංගකාරී වෙනුවෙන් අද්විතීය නිමාවෙන් විශ්වාසී ආරක්ෂාවෙන් අසම සම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
Perfectly Swisstech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
Perfectly Swisstech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Junior who was there from the beginning of the season. The back three, Janindu Vijay Ratna and Jayatu Raja Ratna, and fullback will be Yehan Bulat again. The replacement Sena Ratna, Sen Nayaka, Pereira, Vaidya Ratna, Waka Naibu, Mohammad Sivaraj and Koda Goda.
So a few changes from the Havelocks team that started last week. We have Sivaraj going back to the bench. And we have Kalinda Silva coming in at number 9. Ishan Kabekun will be our referee, fresh from his recent nuptials, and he's back. He'll be paired off with Nalin Lasanta and Nipuna Amaratunga, two experienced ARs as well. And of course, very, very experienced Dilroy Fernando will be our television match official. So it's a team of not 3, it's a team of 4 in the officials, and hopefully they will not be called upon to do too much today. But some interesting changes. Lahidi Tirakratna going in from number 7 to the second row. Looks like Terence Henry is seeing him more as someone who can attack the breakdowns. Abdullah, we were talking about the breakdowns before, so obviously Henry Terence has noticed that as well.
Yeah, that's right. As game has commenced,
Samuel Madhuanta kicks off. Chatra Dilshan returning to the starting lineup. Will say that there hasn't been 10 meters gained, so referee Shankar Bekun will have the first task of bringing them back to a center scrum. This is going to be an important one because the scrummaging between these two teams will probably have to be of high quality compared to what it was last week against CHNFC versus Havlocks. Havlocks will really want to make sure that they get things right on this end. Dinetra Durangar also. So lots of changes from last week coming into the starting lineup.
Set. Steady. Steady. Steady.
No stability in that scrum for Malik Shidufeed, but does so anyway. And CH put the shove on. Chanaka Chandimal goes to the boot first up, and Yahan Bulat Singalage puts a little bit of a juggle in. It's a good chase by Randy Silva.
No. Say last foot, go back.
Javikram waits at the back and gives it off to Azmir Fajuddin, who will truck it up. Kalindu Silva to Samuel Madhuanta, who puts the kick in. So it's interesting to see Samuel Madhuanta coming into that number 10 jersey. Abdullah started off at fullback and probably doesn't have the legs for the fullback position at the moment, but they really want to play a territorial game by the looks of things.
Yes, and also I think it's probably forced by circumstances as well. We've got to remember that Havlocks have lost their skipper for the season, Sudesh Jayavikrama. So it was going to be a bit difficult to fill that all-important fly half spot. So I guess they've gone for experience in that position over a person who's naturally gifted, who's naturally inclined to play in that position, like maybe Bulat Singh.
Thought Sivaraj probably didn't get enough from his forward pack, and maybe I thought Mohammad Rifan also tried to do a little too much from that number 9 position last week, and he's been sent to the bench. Pulasti Dasanayaka, Sri Lanka's first choice hooker, and it's a good line out to start off from CH. Randy Silva gives it off to big forward carrier. First penalty for not rolling away, and it's just 2 minutes or 3 minutes into the game, and Havlocks have conceded their first penalty. Jani Dilshan is no hesitation pointing to the posts, because Jani Chandimal in the number 15 jersey for CH has been excellent off the tee.
Yes, he's been really good, isn't it, Shanika, throughout this season. From the full-back position has been safe as houses as well, but his performance off the tee has been really good. As we have a look at that once again, so you can see Havlock's player just being caught in the middle of the ruck, but I think what Ichanka Bekon wants to do is put that marker out early, isn't it? He wants to ensure that there's a clean contest at the ruck, and ensuring that the offensive team gets the opportunity to get quick, clean ball.
Chandimal won the match against their hometown rivals CHNFC off the tee in the final minute. Not a great strike this time, and put the commentator's curse on him pretty early on. He'll want to have that one back again, but there is a little bit of a wind picking up as well, and Chandimal will have to get used to what that is like. Swirls a little bit with those hoardings at the opposite end of the ground as Havelock's bench looks on. They'll want to come in and make a difference. Lots of those players on there, the finishers. Chandimal boots this straight into the hands of the dangerous Jayavikrama, and it looks like Kodagore is going to go over untouched for the tries. In fact, it's Jayatu Rajaratna. Well, out of absolutely nothing. We've been singing Janit Chandimal's praises, but he has an absolute brain fade, kicks it straight into the hands of Jayavikrama, who thinks nothing of drawing the defense and passing to Rajaratna, and suddenly it's 5 points to nil.
Yes, well, the word brain fade is probably the perfect way to describe that, Shanaka. And just brilliantly well done by Jayavikrama as well, isn't it? Just drew the defense brilliantly well, and with that kind of space and the form Rajaratna has been, not just this season but last season as well, there was never going to be any doubt.
No.
Well, looks like the conversion has gone astray as well, so probably not the best of days for kickers. Generally, Samuel Madhuanta is pretty spot on when it comes to kicking off the tee. As we have a look at that once again, just not sure what Chandimal was thinking there, because he got in position to collect that ball, isn't it, Shanaka? Just decided to put the boot or even side hip to it, really, which unfortunately for him went right into Jayavikrama's hands.
Well, if you're going to have a moment like that, you might as well have it early. And let's see what Havlocks will do to consolidate, and let's see what CH will do to come back from this game. Khalid Silva not restored, but introduced into the starting lineup. That time it's safe from Malik Pereira, and Janit Chandimal has to recover from that mistake, and here's a lovely little break. First one from Roshan Kumar.
Good contest. No hands. No.
Janidu Fernando coming straight through. Referee says that's totally okay.
Back. Release.
Well contested breakdowns here in the early parts of this game.
Take
Fajuddin waits for it, but Samuel Madhuanta will put this one into space. And Rajaratna once again just managing to get in his way that time. was CH's tight head Nisal Silva. What he was doing out there, we'd never know. But from CH's point of view, it was lucky that he was there.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a terrific contest that was at the breakdown. Both teams just throwing everything at it. And that's probably shows how both teams regard this contest to be in the overall context of the league. Going to throw everything into it.
Two sets of teammates in the coaching box. Terence Henry and Lakala Pereira played together at this very ground. Of course, Anuranga Valpola and Salia Kumaro who played together for Kandy. Second scrum of the game. Looks much steadier this time. Ball is available, so the referee will allow them to play on despite the front rows going up, which is good to see. Here's Rajaratna. Couldn't believe his luck early on. Will he have another go? Yes, he does. Lovely little offload to Junior. Junior pins his ears back and looks for the offload, and Bilot Singalage is in place to pick it up. Kalindu Silva, it's quick ball and it's a long ball. Vijayaratna cutting back in field. Bumping off one and taken down in the end by Hansita De Silva. Samuel Madhuantha. So first carry for Abdullah Faiz, the former captain. Madhushankar pumping his legs in the tackle. Good post contact meters by the Havelock 7.
No, ball is available. Ball is available.
Kalindu Silva being told to play it. Janidu.
Release it, roll away. Last foot.
Madhuantha. It's not a great pass for Rajaratna, but he does well to give it off to Bulat Singalage, who comes in on a nice angle. Udara Lakshan. Fajudi. No, long ball over to Madhushankar. Madhushankar will look inside. And he's met by the strong shoulder of Petero. Fires again, it's ripped away. And Randy Silva will give it off. Chanika Chandimal puts the little grubber in. And chasing for all his worth is Roshan Kumar, who just can't get the ball to stick. And recovering just in time was Vijayaratna, who gratefully thumps the ball out. And if Roshan Kumar managed to get it onto his boot, that was a try for all money.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the bounce of the ball not working in favor of Heavies on that occasion. But good tactic by Chandimal. Just saw the space at the back. Decided to kick it head off the turnover position. Saw that no one is at the back. And unfortunately, the bounce of the ball just not going CH's way. Nonetheless, they have another opportunity. Line out just about 8 meters away from the try line. Probably a bit more.
Maybe about 12 meters out. Abdullah. Tulasi Dasanayaka trying to buy a little bit of space from the referee. Nicely taken that time by Devinder Ratnayaka. It looks like the ball has been knocked on in the middle of that maul, and Havlocks will be happy about that. Chatra Dilshan and Nisal Silva exchanging pleasantries.
Just probably the transfer of the ball was not as clean as CH would have liked. And the ball did wheel towards the side, so they lost a bit of stability in the process as well. Unfortunately for them, they have knocked it on. So an opportunity here for the Heavies to clear their lines.
Johnny Fernando doing really well to get in there and really upset the CHNFC ball carriers in that maul. It's a good scrum by CH. It's available for Havelock, so they will play on. And onto his left boot goes Madhuantha. That's a really good kick off his wrong foot. But straight into the arms of Ramesh. And here's Johnny Dilshan. Just not staying with him was Petero. And now Havelocks have another chance of a breakout. Still on his feet was Junior. Junior looking for support. Fajuddin is the first man to it. Kalindu Silva now with a basketball pass out the back to Udara Lakshan. Smashed back by Peltero, but that won't prevent some quick ball. Faiz. And the cross kick by Madhuwanta is a little bit too high for Wijayaratne. But like the good flanker he is, Madhushankar is there. Madhushankar is one man to beat. And he opts to beat him route one but loses the ball. It's been kicked away and the referee says no advantage from the knock-on, so they will come back.
Time off.
Yes, well, that was disappointing by Lakshan. He needed to have done better in contact.
TMO. Foul play. TMO. Can you check the foul play? Is it without time or without?
Okay, so what you need to know is whether the Havlocks player charged into the CH player, or what do you mean? What do you want to check?
CH without tackle, without arm tackle or arm tackle. Please check.
Okay. So what you need to know is whether the CH tackle, was it with arm or without arm?
Tackle.
Can you have the camera angle, the camera 1 please, and 2?
Making a good tackle. Madhushankar brushes off. Chandimal, and the question that the referee has is, were there...
Can we see another angle please?
One more replay.
The tackle should tell us Johnny Chandimal's intent. Watch number 15 as he goes in for the tackle on Havelock 7. The question is, was there a genuine attempt to use his arms in that tackle? 15 coming across. See Johnny Chandimal's palm touching
Ishanka,
the
for
floor.
me, the CH number 15 goes low, but he takes his arms, but Havelock's ball carrier 2 bends down, so I have no problem with that.
Okay, thank you. Agree. Captain, no foul play. No foul play. Ball carrier was going low. Right, scrum.
So TMO
Scrum, right.
Dilroy Fernando saying that both players were low. It's impossible to tell whether there was foul play there because Johnny Chandimal was making attempt to use his arms. But it was a good check, wasn't it, from Nalin Lasanta Abdullah. He noticed it, he was on hand.
Yes, I think there was enough room for doubt, isn't it, to refer it to the TMO.
Set.
Just probably in the speed of play, it looked as if Chandimal was just going down. And CH have won a free kick. Probably early engagement or early drive seems to be the call.
That's a reprieve for CH, and Chanaka Chandimal can't, well, he could have kicked that one out on the full because it was inside the 22. But Samuel Madhuwanta will return a big up and under. And Chanidu Dilshan there takes it and knocks it forward.
Yes, not the best of kicks by Madhuwanta. Probably looked to have gained a bit more field yardage, but it just didn't make the run. Just wonder whether the wind just held it up as well, Shanaka, wasn't it? Bula Singhalage tried to knock it back, just fortunately for him. Janu Dilshan seemed to have got a hand there as well.
9.
Yes, it said that was probably the correct call. Chandimal, the last person to make contact before the ball fell Havelock's way.
Stay. Advantage.
It's breaking early that time by the Havelock's flanker.
Not by flanker.
It's like it might have been
Flanker.
tell you who it was in a moment. Might be Naham Hemachandra actually on the far side of the CH scrum that broke early to give away that penalty.
Yes, and looks like Havlocks have decided to go to the post. This is well within Samuel Madhuvanta's radar. Both kickers just not off the tee but even off the hand haven't had the best of games thus far, isn't it, Chanaka? So a real test here for Madhuvanta. As you very correctly said, there is a bit of a wind picking up as well.
Hemachandra with a bit of ill discipline. But, Samuel Madhuvanta, that heavily strapped right knee, of course, he's recovered from that injury. And he's recovered well enough to bisect the posts from 42 meters out. That's the kind of quality that we're used to seeing from him. His injury has set him back a few years, of course, but what a talent he was coming out of St. Anthony's.
Yeah, wonderfully struck, just bisecting the post, and Havlocks have moved to an 8-point lead as Chandimal restarts. Havlocks just letting the ball bounce.
And it's bouncing all over like a pinball, Abdullah. Oh dear, that could have been super dangerous. But looks like there was a pullback or a hold, which is why the bounce happened in the first place. Referee Abekun has said that number 15 made a tackle on a player without the ball.
Yes, you'd have to say an absolute lapse of concentration by Havlocks. Just no one calling out to get under that ball. Once you allow a kick-off to bounce, you always put yourself into a bit of a difficult situation. And here, they're given CH an opportunity to strike back immediately after getting a penalty in their favour.
Some nice matching boots for Jaya Vikrama, matching the stripes on his jersey.
Stay on the line.
That's the Bulat Singhalage making that off the ball tackle. Now a dangerous position for
Maul.
CH. It's a maul.
Advantage.
Havlocks did drag that one down well after it was on the move.
TMO. No try. TMO.
Yeah, Shankar, what's your question?
On field decision, no try. Held up. Please check grounding.
Okay, give me a minute, please.
Here, Nipun Amritnagar coming in and saying that he was covered by a player that fell to the floor.
Production, could we have the angle from the in goal, from the dead ball area, please? From the Coles end.
Like the grounding checked. It was a dummy jump to the middle of the line out, Abdullah, and then they went to the front. And then they did make contact, so the maul was alive. Devinder Ratnayaka takes it in, it is a maul, and then Abdullah Faiz takes it down. And might be a little bit of, it's definitely a penalty in favor of.
Could we see the angle from
CH.
the pavilion end, please? From the VRC end?
Whether it will be more is the question that will be asked.
We'll have a look at that once again. Now, this is the point when the penalty was conceded by Havlocks, but CH just managing to make a couple of meters
Ishan,
more.
for me, there is no evidence of clear grounding, so you may stand by with your decision.
Okay. Penalty
Haven't had any conclusive evidence of the ball being grounded.
No try.
So referee will not be able to award the try where they can't see the ball grounded.
No try. Penalty advantage.
But I think Abdullah Faiz is a lucky boy.
No try.
Not to concede anything further
Penalty.
than
Penalty
a penalty
advantage.
there.
Ball.
Ravin De Silva
back
did
on.
really well as well,
No
Abdullah,
try.
not to secure that ball before Havlocks made contact. So it was a well-rehearsed, well-coached move by CHNFC at the front.
There's another interesting call here, Shanada. Havlocks, rather CH, opting for the scrum. Have to say, have been the dominant scrum in this league thus far. And back there 8 to 30 enough pressure from 5 meters out.
Up. Early set 10.
Havlocks have a dominant scrum.
But
CH, in the opening few scrums of this game, Abdullah, may have got the feeling that they have the upper hand.
Bind. Set.
Malik Pereira to feed. Ravin De Silva, who has played number 8 plenty of times before.
Going up.
And it looks like Nisal Silva.
Not 10.
Taken quickly that time by...
Last foot, go back.
Ravin De Silva in the number 5 jersey. Pulasti Dasanayaka, can he get it down?
Held up.
No, he can't. Really good defense by little Kalin De Silva there. Johnny De Fernando, and this is a carry-on from last week, Abdullah. Johnny De Fernando, who's an outstanding player, I have to say. He's a real miss for Sri Lanka. He's the captain of this Havlocks team at the moment in the absence of the senior Jayavikrama. But he's got in the referees' heads, he's got under the referee's skin, and he's not doing his team or himself any favours.
That's right. Got to understand that he's now in an absolute leadership role as well. Needs to have a cool head at all times. But probably this penalty came as a result of the second penalty within that red zone, isn't it, Shanaga? So now it's 8 against 7. So have to say CH will fancy themselves, but that goes to ground. So we'll have a reset.
Havies have to be careful now. They've already lost a player.
Move.
Let's have a look at the yellow card here. Johnny De Fernando, he was nowhere near 10 meters back, and he made a deliberate attempt to tackle, so there's absolutely no arguing with that yellow card there.
Set. Steady.
Free kick taken quickly by Malik Pereira. Surprised they didn't go off the short side there. There's a lot of room. Malik Johnny Chandimal gets through and makes up for the 5 he conceded at the other end, with 5 as his own on the correct end of the pitch this time. And it's a commercial bank try for CHNFC.
As well, the CH fullback making amends for a couple of early mistakes in the game. Puts his team on the scoreboard. Again, CH scrum causing a bit of problems. Interesting this time, CH deciding to take the quick tap. And a bit of miscommunication between the open side flank and Jaindu Vijay Ratna.
Captain.
Giving Chandimal the opportunity to go over for CH's first commercial bank try.
Yes, it was terrible defense, wasn't it? And that's where CHNFC have been capitalizing. And that's the area where Havlocks will need to make sure that they get things right. Because between Udesh Madhushankar and Vijayaratne, they had the numbers. They should easily have shut down that move. But Janit Chandimal just ghosted in between the gap, into the gap rather. And unfortunately for him, strike scoring form doesn't convert to the tee.
And in the background of that, Shanak, an interesting call by referee Abe Kohn. As we have a look at that replay once again, he communicated to both teams to take that 1 minute water break, which is given at the quarter in between both halves, saying that we'll be continuing playing immediately after the kickoff. So that's good game management, you have to say. Make sure the game is always kept going, minimum amount of breaks. We've already had a couple of breaks to refer to TMO, so it's a good game management by referee Abe Kohn, you'd have to say.
Take it.
Certainly Abdullah is an experienced referee. And they have been under the pump a little bit to make sure that the games don't take as long as they have been taking. Randy Silva is the man who collects that restart. And Chanaka Chandimal thumps this one down to Bulat Singalage. And Bulat Singalage is taken out after the kick.
Catch and shot. Yes, yellow card. Thank you. Captain.
Lairu Tilakaratne is a Sri Lanka player now and can't afford to make mistakes like that. Janitha Fernando and Lairu Tilakaratne discussing their misfortunes in the naughty chairs. But that was absolutely unnecessary, Abdullah.
Yes, sir. Just not sure what he was trying to get out of that. Very clear that Bulat Singalage had kicked the ball ahead. It just gives Havlocks an opportunity to get back into the CH22 immediately after scoring a try. Just coming back to that stat that I think World Rugby put out a few years ago, as we have a look at that late tackle once again, absolutely unnecessary. You can see the CH prop forward. I think it was Vimukti. Not very happy of what his pack mate just did.
Good. Maul. Yes. Yes.
It's a maul from Havlocks this time. Tinetta Durangoda was the man who brought it down.
Advantage.
Havlocks in the part of the field that they like to attack now and going back to the short side. Trying to use Rajaratne in close quarters. He does well to get into space. It's almost on the touchline. Hemachandra makes a good tackle. Kalinda Silva directing traffic.
Stay.
Wants some big forwards on the end of this. Madhushankar. Dodangoda as well.
No advantage.
And no advantage coming from that, so they'll go back to the penalty from the maul.
Offside.
Offside is the call. Looks like they're going for a short tap here. No, in fact they're going for the line out. Samuel Madhuanta. No Shem Mendes for Havlocks today, so Tinetra Durangoda is the man who's tasked with winning the lineouts for them. Mendes has been outstanding this season for the Havlocks. Fajuddin will not want to overthrow this one.
Hurry up.
Made a couple of errors in the lineout last week at crucial moments. But doesn't make one today.
Ball. Advantage.
Hasn't been sacked well. And that's why the sack is so dangerous, because if you don't get it right, it's a penalty every day of the week. Chatra Dilshan.
Penalty advantage.
Still playing advantage for Havelock. CHNFC will need to get their discipline a little bit better. Abdullah Faiz dragged down by Devinda Ratnayaka. Kalindu Silva goes across the field, tries
Tackle
to
release.
straighten. It's available for Fajuddin. Taken quickly by Udara Lakshan that time. He goes to ground. Ravin De Silva will have to get out of the way, and he does.
All back, all back, all back.
Faiz, it's slow stuff from Havlocks. And now it's sped up a little bit. Jaya Vikrama is dragged out.
No advantage.
I'm surprised, Abdullah, that they're
Time off.
not using Junior so close to the line. Surely that's what they've paid his plane tickets for, to come in and land. Use the try line as a runway almost.
Yeah, absolutely,
Captain.
Shanak. And I think that's something all teams really haven't been able to make use of, isn't it? Just create opportunities for their big man who they've got down for particular purposes and make maximum use of them. And that's something that all teams probably yet haven't mastered.
Next time.
So there are a couple of penalties. So referee Abekon just having a word with the CH skipper. Probably saying that the final warning.
Okay.
Find another player in the bin if you're not careful.
Wait.
So
Time
that's,
back on.
Important game management again, because CH don't want to lose another player, neither do Havlocks. And we want to see as many players on the pitch as we possibly can.
Stay on the line.
So it looks as if Heavies have opted to go to the post, as we have a look at that once again. As you very clearly said, Shanga, that's the position you want Junior Visisio to be available. Just a short pass at an angle. Could very well be away. Nonetheless, an opportunity here for Havlocks to further extend their lead.
Madhu on the banks is nice and high, but the flags stay down. Nipun Amaratunga and Nalin Lasanta having a chat among themselves and deciding that that was certainly not true. Samuel Madhuanta has no arguments, but that seems like a point squandered, Abdullah.
It's a missed opportunity. You just don't want to let those points go by in such crucial, close games.
Chanaka Chandimal, that short follow through of his. Madhuanta with the drop goal attempt. It's a big one, but not big enough. And it's taken by Junior this time. This is where they want him. Madhu Shankar does brilliantly to get there in time. Udara Lakshan. Havlocks back where they started. Courtesy of a bouncing ball. Udara Lakshan. Fajuddin. Quickly taken, and this is where we wanted Visesio to come in, but he's taken well by Chanaka Chandimal, who will remember that contact for at least the rest of this half. Chatra Dilshan.
Thank you. Tackle release.
CH have been pretty good in these fringe defense positions. Abdullah fires.
No hands.
Quick ball for Kalindu. Madhuanta to Rajaratna, gets the ball out of the back of his hand. And he scored in 3 consecutive games as Ihan Bulatsingalage made his debut for Havlocks in this ground, scored a try with that. Scored in the next game, and he scored here again. And the 3rd commercial bank try of the game coming for Yehan Bulatsingalage, courtesy of a lovely offload from Rajaratna.
Yes, well, Rajaratna showing that he's not just a finisher, but he's got the ability to create as well, taking 2 defenders and offloading brilliantly for Bulatsingalage to put the finishing touches and notch up Havelock's 2nd commercial bank try. Wonderful bit of skill by the Heavies wing 3/4. Madhuanta strikes it well, but once again just going away from the left upright. So the scores will remain 13 points to 5. Havlocks ahead.
It's been a bit erratic off the tee, you have to say. But it was good here. The lovely run on the angle from Jayavikrama stood up the CH defence. And two men taking Rajaratna, leaving just the smallest of gaps for Bulat Singalage to canter through. It's another messy kickoff, and I think the coaches will be very annoyed with both sets of players when they go into the huddle saying, please guys, can you make sure you catch the restarts?
Yes, it's not been an area of strength of both teams. I think it's more concentration thing than anything else, isn't it, Shanaka? It's probably just celebrating, got some points, got a try, and just not switched on when you need to be receiving the kickoff. But having said that, that was a really good chase by Rizvi Abdullah.
Steady. Free kick.
Absolutely no stability for the feet to come in as Janito Fernando opts to take this one quickly and run at his opposite numbers. Here's Bulat Singalage, the try scorer, stepping inside the tackle of Randy Silva.
Play on.
Madhuantha to Kalindu Silva, has switches places with his scrum half.
No hands, no hands.
Chatura Dilshan playing the role of pivot, and that's a good kick. Just didn't get the kind bounce. Samuel Madhuantha for a 50-22. Here he is again. It's juggled, but doesn't matter as he manages to get the ball away. Well, it's a crowd penalty, but referee will want to stop play to see if there's an injury.
Yes, well, we're interested to have a look at that. From the looks of it, looks as if both players were actually going for the ball, wasn't it, Shanaka? But seems to have created a bit of doubt amongst the officials. So.
CH knock on එකක් තියෙනවා. CH knock on එකක් තියෙනවනේ. Have is the ball එක. Okay, doctor. Thank you. Captain.
So it wasn't foul play, they just wanted to make sure.
Scrum down. ඔයාලගේ knock on එක. මෙතන knock on.
Time back the ball on, so it'll be Javi's ball in that collision.
Yes, well, it looked a fair contest when the ball was in the air. The only doubt would have been was did the Javi's players retreat the 10 meters? That's the only point in question. Chatura Dilshan going for the ball, just not sure whether he had actually retreated the 10, but nonetheless, scrum in favor of Javi's.
Here's Dilshan coming off the back.
Tackle release. Backwards.
Like it might have gone backwards, and that time it has gone forwards from Kalindu Silva.
Knock on advantage.
It's an advantage ball, and
release.
Smashing into
penalty
those
advantage.
Was
Offside.
Vimukti, Deshan Vimukti. It's been knocked on by Bulat Singalage.
Captain. Captain. Knock on. Scrum. Knock on.
Well, they will come back for the advantage of Bulat Singalage's knock on.
First knock on.
Yes, well, one thing so far in this game, CH will probably be a bit frustrated, you have to say, is they probably haven't got the dominance at scrum time, which they probably would have been expecting coming into this game. some of those scrums have been rather untidy for some one reason or the other, so they just haven't been able to get a good shift in there. Because I have to say their performance with the 8 up in Kandy Mitola was really good. So they would have wanted to probably emulate that kind of performance in this game as well.
Certainly will. I think the second row woes are the problem. The far side prop, the loose head on the Havelock side, has not kept his bind. So it is a penalty. And CH will want to get points before half-time, won't they, Abdullah? It's an 8-point game so far. And Havlocks haven't looked good for that lead.
Yes, just a couple of opportunities which they have been good enough to take. It hasn't been a polished performance by any stretch. So have a look at that once again.
No contest. More.
Havlocks driving that towards the touchline. And it's a scrum in favor of the defensive side. The mauling hasn't been great from CH. Ravin De Silva in the center of that, but he will not be too happy.
Yes, so just then that CH are trying to get the push on before they actually get a good base, isn't it, Shanaka? The ball is not being secured. Just trying to get this drive on as soon as possible.
Havlocks doing really well to pincer the ball carrier.
Coach!
And make sure they get in the way of that transfer.
Set.
Doing it legally. Big scrum. Nicely done by Chatra Dilshan off the back, and Junior Visesio will thump this one up. Haven't seen much of Patero today in the CH jersey. I'd be surprised if he's gotten any intentional touches in that number 12 jersey for that number 12 position, at least for CH today.
Yes, well, haven't been able to get him into the game, isn't it, Shana? Just wonder whether there are any players they would have practiced during the week to get their big man into the game. Well, if they have done, just hasn't been executed thus far.
This is what I don't love about these driving mauls, isn't it, Abdullah? That it's the only weapon of choice, or the first and only weapon of choice. I'd like to see the ball going out a little bit more, especially if they can secure quick line-out ball, especially with these big foreign players.
Good.
In your inside center positions. That's better. Randy Silva, but again they skip the foreigner and concede the penalty.
Yeah, brilliant work by the heavy skipper. I think it was Johnny Fernando who got his hands on the ball. The CH support just taking a bit too long to get to that breakdown. And Fernando did brilliantly well to get his hands on the ball, but unfortunately Madhuwantha hasn't been able to find touch. And I think that was a really good reply by Johnny Chandimal, finding touch, sending the ball right back from where it was kicked. As we have a look at that once again, it's really well read by the heavy skipper. As you can see, none of the CH players are tracking, isn't it, the correct lines to get in time to that breakdown.
It's about picking your moments, isn't it, Abdullah? And Janidu did that really well.
No contest.
Tinetra Durangoda misses the ball, but I think it was Madhushankar who did really well to get that back. They've gone into touch, so CH will have another opportunity. So another wasted kick from Madhuwantha, and from a guy of that experience, Abdullah, that's not what you want.
Yes, well, he had an opportunity to pin CH in their own 22, but on the contrary, find themselves in their own half. So just about 3.5 minutes to half time, and an opportunity here for Heavies to just try and narrow this lead.
So important line out in the context of this entire game and this half. Pulasi Dasanayaka, that time taken by Devindra Ratnayaka. It's at the back for Pulasi. Still going is that driving maul. Haven't seen
Number 5,
Papare with the ball in his hands at all for
Penalty advantage.
37 minutes.
Yeah, back.
Fajuddin swimming through that driving maul again, so the penalty is coming.
Side.
Coming in from the side is the call.
All coming.
Pretty much everyone coming in from the side, says referee Abekun.
Number 7.
If Janit Chandimal has the legs, getting 3 from there wouldn't have been... Oh, and another wasted kick. Well, they're exchanging favours between the kickers here.
Inside. 1.5 minutes.
Well, definitely had the legs there, Shanaka, but it was a bit too long. So, another missed opportunity for CH.
Inside.
I think the first incursion coming in was maybe Chatura Dilshan coming round the side. That's the kick that is out Kalindu Silva. It's a difficult scrum, but Bulat Singalage does really well to put Junior Nixon into a little bit of a hole, and Samuel Madhuanta, it's slow stuff, but manages to get the ball away and just misses a 50-22. So
yeah, wonderful bit of skill by the Havies fly half, and that'll be Lemons, but that's a really well executed exit by Havies. So that's half-time here at Havelock Park, and it's the home team that leads 13 points to 5. Probably a half that CH would probably feel a bit aggrieved that they just haven't been able to make maximum use of the opportunities that came their way. But to the credit of Havies, whatever few opportunities they did make it count.
Yes, they certainly did. And a gifted try early on is one of the main differences between the two teams at half-time. But it hasn't been a pretty half of rugby. And a few changes, I think, especially in the number 10 positions to both teams, might speed the game up in the second half of the game. We'll be back with second half action of this Maliban Rugby League encounter between Havlocks and CH after the break.
Love rugby.
Live rugby.
Prima Kotumi. Fun tamai.
සිත් සත්සරය කළඹා සතුටක් ඉපදිලා මල් මන්දහසේ ජීවිතයට ලං කළා සතුටේ පැහැයන් සොයා අතුරා සිහින සරසා මන්සල එලි කළා
ලංකෙම් රුපියලක් සතුටෙන් උපන් පැහැයක අසිරිය
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මාගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස්ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස්ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
අසම සම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
Perfectly Swisstech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swisstech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Keep pushing the limits. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
අසම සම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
එතකොට මහත්තයාට උනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
අසම සම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
Love Rugby.
Live Rugby.
Prima Kotumi Fun Tamari.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep sweating. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go. Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex. Get, spray, go.
Welcome back to live pictures from the Havelock Sports Club grounds. The weather has been kind to us so far. It's beautiful overcast conditions, not too high temperatures in the late 20s rather than the mid 30s. And CHNFC, the visitors, you can see that Terence Henry, their head coach, is not very happy in that huddle. Lakala Pereira also making sure he gets the instructions in. And here are the highlights of the first half. It wasn't the greatest kickoff to start the game, but this restart led to a bit of a comedy of errors. Janik Chandimalu just missed a penalty, doing a bit of a football move and allowing Jayathu Rajaratna to breeze in for the first try of the game. And Naham Hemachandra giving away An important penalty there. And Samuel Madhuantha, one of the few kicks he's actually got through the post today. Straight out in front, but quite a distance. And Janit Chandimal taking advantage of some terrible defense on the far touchlines, and a lovely bit of work from the Havlocks back line players. Jayavikrama running a nice decoy angle, and Rajaratna drawing two players and passing off to Bulat Singalage, who finished that one. And the Papare boys enjoying a little bit of mango. None of that in the commentary box for us, of course, as we are forced to go right back to work. And it's going to be an interesting half. Abdullah, CHNFC need to come back into this game, but from the point of view of the league, Havlocks absolutely need to win this to stay up.
Yes, absolutely critical half for both teams, more so for Havlocks, because they just haven't been good enough in finishing games, isn't it, Chanaka? Probably that first half performance against CHNFC was really solid, but just fell off in that second half. So I'm sure Salya Kumar will be reminding them that they've just got to finish this game strong. They put in a lot of hard work in that first half, but the game is not won in the first half. Generally, it's won in that final 20 minutes. So everything to play for. Just the tactical substitutions could play a big part in that last quarter as well. Both teams have a foreigner each on their bench, which they will look to bring on.
The Havlocks also playing without the linchpin, one of the key players in this season for them, Abdullah, Dilshara Kodagoda in the number 13 jersey for Havlocks. And he's really been distributing well and holding the defensive line, and you could see that he would have probably been in that position where Janit Chandimal scored and would have made the tackle, but not available today. So a few injury problems for Havlocks. Kodagoda unavailable, Shem Mendis unavailable, and let's see how they do and at what point they relieve junior Visesio and bring in the big number 8 Gunaki Vainganibao. Johnny Fernando, who is pretty much in a debate with the referee for all 80 minutes. Again, CRNFC seems to have calmed down a little bit today. Referee having a word with the CH front row and telling them not to step back on the engage, Abdullah. That's one of the dark arts of front row rugby that can bring the opposition scrum down. Chanaka Chandimal kicking that one nice and flat into the hands of Madhushankar. De La Fais.
Back.
Kalindu Silva asking for a little bit of protection for his box kick, which we haven't seen a lot of. That's contestable, but really not far enough. And Fajuddin will come back because there was a knock-on previously.
It's not the best executed box kick by Silva. Probably look to get a bit more yardage into that kick. Got plenty of height, but not the distance.
Just in the center of your screen, that's poor old Sandesh Jayavikrama with his arm in a sling. That's him over there. Coach. Having a laugh, but sure not funny missing him, especially in the year of his captaincy.
Steady.
This is good scrum from CH. Really good scrum as Malik Silva uses it from the back. Petero. Nice ball to Randy Silva, but there's very little he can do with it as a good spot tackle from Bulat Singalage brings him to the ground. Nicely done by Visesio that time. And Kalindu Silva will put the kick in, but it's charged down. Naham Hemachandra into the 22. Here it is, broken play now, Devendra Ratnayaka. And that looks like it might be Jayathu Rajaratna. Did he get his hand on it?
Okay.
Fairly dramatic end to that play.
No clear evidence.
The question is whether
Dr. Honor, chef.
Jayadu Rajaratne got his hand to that ball. Nipun Amruthanga seems to think not.
Time back on. No offside.
Here it is. Here it's a broken field play, and Devin the Ratnayaka.
Time off.
Gets hammered by Visesio.
21 off. Number.
And to be fair,
Number
the guy who
21
had the best view was Randy Silva, and he wasn't complaining too much.
Wait.
So there's been a change in the half-back position for Havlocks. The experienced Rifan Mohammed making his way for
time back on.
Colombo Silva. So Havlocks have a bit of experience now in that area. It's a good touch, but that's not the best of passes by Rifan Mohammed.
Well, you could hear the CH players welcoming him onto the pitch, saying Rocket is coming. You can see what his nickname is, Rocket, clearly. And he needs to maybe calm things down a little bit, because that was really not a good pass. Samuel Madhuantha won't be happy with that. And CH will be looking for the first score of the half to get as close as possible to this Havelock score. Their scrum has been really good. Malik Shah. Petero knocks the ball on. And Samuel Madhuantha with a really timely intervention there. Malik Shah Pereira, it's slow from Chanaka Chandimal, very slow. And Madhushankar with a lovely tackle, and Samuel Madhuantha takes the brunt of the hit.
Number 47.
And forces a knock on. Well done by Udara Madhushankar.
Yes, well, he went low, isn't it, Shanaka? And with the fall, made contact with Madhuantha and lost the ball. And with that, CH have brought their big player in. Tanimase Kohli. So there's no doubt that CH will be looking for another big performance. He's been a big part of CH's successes this season.
Number 1.
Tamani Ukali, and that was Rifan Mohammed, and this is exactly what he did last week, which unfortunately puts his team in more trouble, and he might have run Jayadu Rajaratne into the advertising hoardings with that pass.
Line out option scrum.
It's all one thing to play quickly, but the rest of the team has to keep up with you.
Scrum down, first knock on. Free kick. Number one. Wala wait එක අල්ලන්න ඕනේ. මම බලන්න. මේ පැත්තේ ප්‍රොප් එක බලන්න.
So, well, I don't think that was the best of passes either by Rifan. Saw Johnny the Fernando having a quick chat with him, telling him to calm down. Now here a real opportunity for CHNFC, just trying to get a bit of advantage from the scrum, but not successfully.
Release it!
Tamani Kalu wrapped up in a bear hug by Madhuantha. Randy Silva with a little dummy.
No.
Changing jerseys from full red to red and white this season. And Robin De Silva doing the same thing. Storming tackle that time by Nisal Silva. Tamani Kalu. Johnny the Fernando will not be letting him through. Malik Silva. Hansita De Silva. Pulasti. Dummies and runs into Daralakshan.
Back. Okay.
Randy Silva again, his second touch of the phase. It's not a good pass to Roshan Kumara, but he does well to hang on to it, and it's still available. Malik Shah running onto it is Ravin. Inside the 22. Can they convert this into points? They can't. And coming in from the side, Lahiru Tilakaratne doesn't like what how referee Ishank Abekun has called that. Hits coming in from the side, and that's not something that we should be condoning from any player.
It's just when CHNFC seem to have got a bit of momentum in their favour. A lapse of concentration. That's just given Havi's a bit of breather.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Mark here. Mark. Time back on.
Samuel Madhuanta will be very relieved to put this one deep into touch. That's a wonderful touch find. And here's the attack from Ravin. And straight in, from the side, Lahiru Tilakaratne taking out a player who wasn't even bound and has no rights to argue there.
Yeah, well, absolutely none whatsoever.
Time off, change.
It was a side entry, if ever there was one.
Number one, change.
Can understand why Jai Vikram was demonstrating to the referee. It's never a pleasant feeling when someone just comes and hits you from the side, Shanaka, because
Number 6.
The entire rib cage is exposed, and also you're not expecting it, isn't it? So can be a bit of a painful experience.
I think the side entries were probably a little stricter after we stopped playing, Abdullah.
Wait.
Getting smashed in the ribs was something that we took as an occupational hazard.
Time back on.
Fajuddin. Nicely taken by Durangoda. This is a well-constructed drive from Havlocks. Now they get the drive on with Fajuddin at the back.
Number 30 back.
Deshan Vimukti.
Really getting advantage.
The worst place, Naham Hemachandra again. It's terrible discipline by CH in the close quarter defences. Udara Lakshan holding on.
No.
They're playing under advantage, so it's a free play. Madhuanta smashed in the tackle by Mohammad Absal. Samuel Madhuanta. Mohammad Absal pleading his innocence. Thought the contact was high but not dangerous. Not sure whether there was shoulder. Might have to have a look at that one again, of course, but they were playing under penalty advantage anyway.
Yes, a couple of penalty advantages as well. So that was from the maul. As we have a look at that once again. Madhuanta just trying to sell the dummy, but Afzal had lined Madhuanta up. Let's have a look at it from another angle. Well, initial impact is just slightly above the nipple area. It's just the contact after that is probably what will come into question.
Any foul play last moment?
Okay, so what you need to know is, was there any foul play by the defending player at the tackle?
Yeah, any stamping.
Mohammad Absal's tackle on Samuel Madhuanta.
Can I have the angle from the call send, please?
TMO, Dilroy Fernando, wanting that last angle we saw.
Call send, please.
Watch number 10 here.
Could I have the same angle again, please?
මේකත් බලන්න. ඉන්නේ පොඩේ.
Shankar, I have a decision for you. For me, it's reckless, with force and above the shoulder line. It should be yellow card and penalty.
ඒක clear evidence නෑ. නෑ clear නෑ. Yellow card.
So TMO Dilroy Fernando pretty emphatic in his interpretation of the incident.
Stamping එක clear නෑ. Stamping එක clear නෑ. Number it's a yellow card. No, it's a high tackle. High tackle, high tackle. ඒක නෑ. මම clear video ඒක දැන් බැලුවා video.
It's like Havlocks are asking for a stamping as well previously, but Mohammad Absal, who's only just come onto the pitch, has to take a 10-minute breather.
Yes, well, his body position in the tackle was the issue, wasn't it, Shanaga? He was upright, so that just didn't help his cause. And Madhuwanta wasn't exactly dipping either. So probably the only thing that saved him from getting a red was the degree of danger was relatively low, as adjudicated by Dilroy Fernando. So CH will once again be down to 14 men. So have a look at that once again. He was upright, wasn't it? So that just wouldn't have helped Abzal's cause rather. And Madhuwanta with an opportunity to get first points of this second half and extend Havelock's lead.
Well, they haven't helped themselves, have they, CH today?
Captain. Discipline එක තියාගන්න. ඊළඟට නැත්තම් විනාඩි 10ක් ඉලින් ඉන්න එක කරන්න මම කැමති නෑ ඒකට. ඒක නිසා keep the discipline please.
Abdullah Rizvi getting a small talking to.
Time back on.
And Madhuwanta for a 3-point opportunity. Oh, and it's not good this time either. So Madhuwanta's form off the tee.
Behind the kicker, behind the kicker.
Well, they've definitely left a few points out there. Havis.
He can.
The normally very reliable Madhuwanta has been the cause of that for most of the time.
Here's Junior Visesio breaks the first tackle and coming back in field to Vijayaratna, who hasn't had a lot of ball on that left wing.
Back.
Opted to stay with Madhuwanta. I thought Sivaraj would have come in at some point, but Johnny Chandimal knocks that ball on. It's still in play. And the flag goes up from the assistant.
Line out toss scrum. Line out.
Abdullah Faiz opting for that line out, so it will be Havelock's ball.
Yes, well, good vision by Madhuwanta. Saw
1.
acres of space on that right flank. Kicked it across. Just looked up. Saw that wing Jandu Dilshan was up. And Chandimal was out of position. Just terrible bounce for this CH fullback to contend with.
Really unforgiving. As Sunetta Dudangura takes it at the front.
Back. Advantage. Back. Hey. Back.
This is a well-constructed maul by Havlocks driving towards the line. This might be the try that puts this match beyond doubt.
Thank you. Time back on.
Nipun Amaratunga was the man who had the best view of it, and he says yes, the try is fine. And that driving maul set up by a wonderful kick from Samuel Madhuanta gives them a 13-point lead with that commercial bank try for the forwards.
It's a brilliantly constructed try by Havies. Just seemed to be in control throughout that driving maul. Never for a moment did anyone disengage, isn't it, Shanak? It was very tight, very compact. Made it really hard for CH to defend. Once they got that little bit of momentum, you can see that the CH8 were just having to retreat and re-engage, which is a very hard thing to do when you have the opposite team always on the move forward. So brilliantly well executed try by Havies, and Samuel Madhuanta from that right flank has added the extra points to further extend this Havelocks lead, 22 points to 5.
Superb kick that time for Madhuanta. The most difficult kick of the afternoon by a long way. And he drills it. Other ones may have been a little bit too easy for the maestro. Good to see Nipun Amaratunga getting in good position there to watch the ball through the uprights. Havlocks now will want to play the territorial game and protect the possession that they've had. CJ
no, your body weight. Release.
It's a little chip kick from Samuel Madhuanta, and it's beautifully regathered as well by the experienced fly half. Gulat Singalage puts this out in front of Vijay Ratna.
Release. No hands.
Here it is for Udara Lakshan. Prasad Madhushankar wraps him up. And that time it's been ripped. And Abdullah Rizvi will take this one forward. Maliksha Pereira. It's been charged down, but the referee will come back for the knock-on.
Yes, once again, you'd have to say Havelocks just not being able to hold on to position in contact. I think it was Lakshan once again. Just when you have the team opposition on the back foot, losing the ball in contact.
CS ball.
Just a terrible error. But lovely bit of work by Madhuanta. Just saw that the entire CH defense had rushed up. Just had the vision to chip it ahead and collect it himself.
CH ball. CH ball.
100! That's where the knock-on came.
Couch! Bind! Set!
Good scrum from CH that time, but it's wheeled all the way around. And I just somehow don't understand, Abdullah. Excuse me, I don't understand why number 8s don't pick up when it's wheeling. You've got the entire third row in the wrong side to defend you. Just got to pick up with the wheel and go.
Yes, but I think in this case, I think CH is just intent on trying just milking that penalty from the scrum, isn't it? That's the only thing you can probably attribute that to. And so far in this game, they just haven't been successful in that aspect.
And when you're playing for that, you tend to not get them, Abdullah, and that's why I think players should just play rugby and not play for penalties. Kohli, Tamani Kalu brushing off Madhuantha. And if they've managed to get a few players, Jayathu Rajaratne with the loose ball. And it's another stroll in for the young winger. Really good defense in the end from Jaya Vikrama, I think it was. They might come back to have a look as to whether that came off a Havelock's hand. But Jayathu Rajaratne, at least for now, has scored his second try of the game and put this match well beyond doubt.
So as we have a look at that once again, just wondering if there could have been a hand on the ball. Jai Vikrama did hit the ball down. It again ricocheted off Randy Silva's leg before going into Rajaratnam's hand. The assistant referee didn't seem to have an issue with that either. So conversion is successful, and Havlocks have further extended their lead, 27 points to 5.
Well, TMO not feeling the need to intervene there either. It is pretty clear that Jaya Vikrama does slap this ball down.
Yes, well, one thing Rajaratnam is really good at, Shanaka, is just taking the opportunity, isn't it?
16 gone.
Is what you call a kind of a try thief, isn't it? Whenever there's an opportunity, he's just really quick to pounce on it. He's got that instinct for the line. And as a result, he's got his second commercial blank try for himself and further extended Havelock's lead.
Yes, he is a poacher. As Chatra Dilshan smacks this one up.
Release it,
Vicesio.
Back, no. Hey.
Haven't really used him in dangerous positions in the field, Abdullah, and that's something that I noticed last week as well. That they didn't use Vicesio in positions where he would have been dangerous, not bringing him into the game. Beautifully done by Madhushankar. Udara Madhushankar. What a play, like a winger, the flanker. Here's Rifan. Madhushankar back in position once again. And here's Vicesio. They look for him. Bumping off Randy Silva. Taken down by Tamani Kalu. And unfortunately there, Samuel Madhuantha running behind Janindu Fernando there and creating an obstruction for himself.
It's again unfortunate. Just wondered whether through the previous phase whether Havelocks would have been better off going through the hands. Just not quite sure that long skip part was necessary. And Chani Chandimal once again has missed touch. And so has Madhuantha returned the favour. CH with an opportunity here to launch a counter attack. Absal trying to make an initial break. But that's a terrible pop-on pass. It looks like
that's for talking back. And good to see referee Ishank Abekun taking control over the back chat from either team actually. Coming back for the penalty, and looks like there might be a injury.
CH's Robin De Silva is down, but he seems to be good, back up on his feet.
think the stray boot of Azmir Fajuddin catching Ravin De Silva there without any intent at all. And this time it's the big tight head, Nisal Silva. And it's a recognize and remove protocol here, no HIA. And Nisal Silva, for his own safety, is
28.
being sent to the bench. And players don't enjoy this, Abdullah. I don't think any of us like to be sent off when you thought you could play. But this is a big safety issue, and the research is overwhelming that referees need to recognize and remove players.
Yes, well, it's a safety first call, isn't it? You could see Nisal Silva standing on one leg and showing the referee that he is okay.
Time back on.
So he reluctantly has to leave the field.
Not 10.
So it's not 10. Mohammad Rifan, the guilty party. So an opportunity here for Mohammad Afzal to send play back into the Harry's half.
Time off.
Just see referee Abe Kohn telling the players, stay calm, let me referee. For the most part of this game, he has been pretty restrained, but I think eventually it just got to him and he penalized Havlocks, one of the Havlocks players, for trying to do his job.
Hamdan Safraz comes on for CHNFC in the prop position. Prasad Madhushankar. The experienced Prasad Madhushankar, who played
blue card 28
for a couple of seasons here at Havlocks as well. Moving across to CH.
I'm back on.
Madhushankar's throw is nowhere near straight.
Yes, and importantly, there was a contest there, wasn't it, Shanaga? So that compelled the referee to blow for a crooked throw. Tinetra Dodangoda also going up, so good call by CHNFC, because you've seen a lot of driving mauls, so there could have been an inclination to not contest and just stand back, but also probably the fact that Tinetra went up, that probably forced Madhushankar to veer the ball away from him, which resulted in that crooked throw.
Bye. Sit. Steady.
It looks like the halfback changes have worked for Havlocks this evening. Hemachandra wrapping up Rifan, who had to pick the ball up off that wheel. Once again, I just don't know why Chatura Dilshan didn't pick it up and go on the short side. CH now, knowing that it's now or never for them in the final quarter of this game. They have 22 points to catch up. It's going to be a mountain to climb as Yahan Bulatsingalage drills it long and flat.
So from this point of view, we enter the final quarter. It's CH who will have to chase the game here. CHNFC just, rather Havlocks just need to focus on just playing the game in the correct part of the field. They will be okay because CH have need to initiate everything, and it was not a good line out once again.
Madhuvanta just playing the territorial game. Dropping it long down Janit Chandimal's throat, and he chooses to give this to one of the most dangerous broken field runners of the Havlocks team. Mohammad Rifan takes it all the way up to the 50-meter mark, and Vijay Ratna will have to deputize at scrum half. Johnny De Fernando.
Accident. Here. Use it.
Rifan. Here's Madhuvanta again with that big thump. Johnny Dilshan is the man who's back, and he will look for a kick, but it's straight down the throat of Bulat Singalage.
Back. Number 14 back.
Kick tennis
Move.
from both teams. Havlocks won't mind this at all. Randy Silva now. evading the grasp of Bulat Singhal again. Randy
High
still
tackle.
going. Charana Sendanayaka makes a high tackle. Again, it's just a penalty only. It's nothing too dangerous there as
Backwards.
CJ Delisle knocks his ball on backwards, and the physio gets in the way, the medic rather.
No.
Here's Abdullah Rizvi. Charana Sendanayak with another monster hit. Junior Visesio still on the pitch. How long will he stay on for?
No.
Absal, the long ball out to Roshan. Roshan Kumara gives it back infield. Flying into that contact was Visesio, but Randy Silva lives to breathe another day. No room down the short side for Malik Pereira. Manages to win the penalty, but Mohamed Absal needs to go quickly. He's a guy who goes quickly a lot, but not today.
It then looks like Havlocks have made a change at the fly half position. Steven Sivaraj has made his way onto the field in place of Samuel Madhuanta.
Here. Athan. Quick, take.
So
5 seconds more.
Chandimal making no mistake with the touch finder.
5 men! Say 5 men legal.
Just waiting to see when Havlocks will look to inject the other foreign player. Unaki walking about. Had a really good game against Sia last week.
Madhushankar with the throw-in. That one is straight to the front, no contest.
Back.
Malik Pereira to Absal to CJ Delisle.
Not held.
Who's not held and rolls back up. Here's Kohli Tamanikalu. What a wonderful tackle by Madhushankar again.
Booting.
Safraz Hamdan gets his first touch of A Division Rugby.
First movement.
Mohamed Absal. Devendra Ratnayak, who scored a couple of tries against Army last week, will need a bit of that today.
No.
This is where CH came into the game last week in Panagoda in the final quarter. But it was against a team much further down the league table, this Maliban Rugby League. Abdullah Rizvi. Good continuity from CH, but not spotting where the gap is. Really well done. That time by Sendanayaka, the prop forward, making the turnover. Chatra Dilshan with a lovely ball to Jayathu Rajaratna. Stays in support. Mohammad Rifan. And it's a forward pass. They've dragged him back, and it looks like the referee got that spot on. Wouldn't have been scored anyway because Rifan dropped that one.
Yes, once again, some terrific work at the breakdown
Number 7
by the Heavies loose forwards.
Number 22, number 7, number 22.
Unaki Waingani Bao coming onto the pitch.
37 now. Number
He will
37.
replace Junior Visesio, but he will play in the number 8 position.
1, 2.
And it's not this pass. Rajaratna gives this back to Dilshan, and that's the one that looked like it was forward.
So I think Mohammad Rifan needed to probably leg back a couple of steps.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Just a
a
yard or so in front of his number 8. What a brilliant game that man had today.
Yes, he's been outstanding since his first rush of blood in the first week of the season, Udara Madhushankar, when he got red carded against Navy. It was a superb performance from him, both in attack and defense, Abdullah. And that's where he has really shone, because he's not just playing one aspect of a flankers game, he's playing both.
Yes, he seems very comfortable with ball in hand as well as Nichanaka. So Real asset for this Havelocks team.
Crouch. Bye. Set. Steady.
Chatura Dilshan goes off after having a good game.
All in.
Sachintana Vaidyanatha comes back
Advantage.
off the bench. And that's CJ Relay. This is what I've been talking about, the pick and go. Malik Shah dragged down in the end.
Back to the.
So finally, CH getting what they were looking for throughout this game. A scrum penalty. It's come in the 66th minute. Not quite sure scrum penalties alone will do it for CH from this point of view. And that's a brilliant touch finder by Johnny Chandimal. Just about 15 meters or so away from the CH try line.
And that's the thing, Abdullah, you're playing for the penalty. But if CJ Relay picks that one up, Malik Shah Pereira is 2-on-1 with the wing three-quarter. And these are the things that modern players aren't really seeing well enough because they're just going, they've got this tunnel vision for the scrum penalty, and that's beautifully stolen by Tinetha Dodangaro in the front of the line out. Once again, CHNFC completely squandering a point-scoring opportunity. Sendanayaka, who's an experienced player, played in the Havelocks jersey for a few years now and making a telling contribution.
So brilliant work at the line out by the former Isipatana skipper. Now we'll have a line out back on the 22. But all what this is doing is just running that clock down, isn't it, Shanaka? So CHNFC just having to throw everything here at this Havelocks outfit. Once again, overthrown, brilliantly well collected by Vaidyaratna.
Sachintana Vaidyanatha, who was the unfortunate recipient of that boot to the face last week, seems to have suffered no after effects, fortunately. And Janitha Dilshan now getting an opportunity. He hasn't really seen much of the ball in his hands at all. And holding on is the call. Jayatha Rajaratna was well over that ball.
Yes, that's well read by the Heavy's right wing. Just managed to stay on his feet, saw that the CH keeper was isolated and got his hands on the ball. So really good read by Rajaratna. Just feel this season his game has really grown from last year, isn't it, Chanak? He's just brought in more facets into his game. We saw that brilliant offload in that first half. Just here, just look how well he read it. Didn't rush, stayed on his feet, tried to pick and go, and Janitha Dilshan had no option but to hold on to the ball. Just really good game sense by Rajaratna.
Lovely touch finder from Bulat Singh Alagay, taking Havlocks to the same position that they scored that back-breaking try from. Azmir Fajuddin goes off on a run towards the line. Here's Waingani Bao, who's pushed back.
Release.
Here it is for Havlocks again. Rifan. Sivaraj. Long ball over the top for Vijay Ratna, who drives over for the try. He's got only a couple of touches in the whole game, but makes that one count for another commercial bank try. And it's a rout here. CHNFC were expected to really compete to justify their third position in the league, but unfortunately for CH fans, they have not turned up today.
Yeah, absolutely, Shanaga. Exactly what was crossing my head as well. But Havelocks, to their credit, just have taken every opportunity that has come their way. And they've got two brilliant wingers who are really good finishers, and just giving all of them a bit of space. It's very hard to stop them from that distance. Bulat Singh Alagay taking over the place kicking duties with Madhuvanta's exit. Strikes it well, but just falls short. So Havlocks sitting
Number
pretty
13.
with a 32 points to 5 lead as we enter the final 10 minutes of this game.
Nice ball from Jaya Vikrama. Right out in front of Vijay Ratna, who goes over that tackle. There were arms certainly in that attempt by Janit Chandibal, but not enough of them. It's a bit of a weak attempt, and that's perhaps the area of his game where he needs to work on the most in that fullback position. Those one-on-one tackles, because when you have to make them, they're usually crucial.
They're on. Back.
Devinder Ratna as well to lay this one back.
Back.
Johnny Dilshan acting as scrum half, as
CJ
Delile has done well
No hands.
since he's come on.
No.
Big pick and go, and in the end it's Waingani Bao who does brilliantly, stealing that ball, and does brilliantly, and then drops it in the contact, and that's just not good enough, I'm afraid.
Advantage over.
Janit Chandimal kicks the ball away, gives away the advantage, and Bulat Singhal again now will put it into space. Maliksha Pereira has dropped back, stepping off one foot and then the other. Jaya Vikrama. Tamani Kalu, and oh dear, it's a bad miss from Sarfraz Hamdan.
Yeah, well, comedy of errors there. First by Hamdan, and then by Sachinta.
Well, we've seen big Fijians wreaking havoc here at Havelock Park. Guys like Jale Salu and Waingani Bao bringing back a few memories of that, but unfortunately for him, lost the ball in a fairly innocuous contact. You'd have to say you'd expect the big foreign player to do better.
Bye. Sit. Steady. Hold.
Big scrum by CH, but to no avail as Jaya Vikrama straightens nicely, and Mohammad Rifan will run in for the try that completely destroys CHNFC on the scoreboard.
Well, what a brilliant, well executed backline move by Havlocks. Everyone was in absolute sync. The running lines was on point, and Mohammad Rifan, the benefactor of that well executed three-quarter play. And as we have a look at that once again, nice switch, wonderful line by Jaya Vikrama, stayed on his feet to Rifan. Just have to question, where was the cover defense of CHNFC? Non-existent. And Mohammad Rifan with another commercial brand try for Havelock Sports Club.
A superb execution. And this is where we were talking about previously, that the CH third row needs to get its core skills right. No one drifting across. And Bulat Singalage obliging with the conversion as well. It's a pretty easy one for a kicker of his standard. Well, they're looking for a no-arms tackle in the lead up to that try. He's got the try, but his game management was something that was a bit lacking. Now that they're out in front, it doesn't matter.
Ishanka, roughly how many frames before?
Last tackle.
Last tackle, is it?
Yes.
No, it's okay. No, already committed. Machan, it's already committed.
Yeah, okay. Shanka, is that the tackle
It's
you're looking
okay.
at? That's perfect with arm. Only thing slightly late, but the arms are there.
Yeah, fine, thank you.
So the arms were there by
Line
Dialog
back one.
Fernando, and according to Abekun, he was committed to the tackle. So all's good. As Chandimal.
Play on.
Now the high hanging kick. Well tapped back by Jani the Dilshan.
Bit of volleyball skills from the CH skipper. They've got to play faster though. CH they have 6 minutes to make up 34 points.
No.
Absul. And oh, it's dropped by Randy Silva. It just hasn't been CH's day, has it?
Yes, it most definitely hasn't. Randy Silva, an unforced error. See him shaking his head in disappointment, but just see the body language of this CH outfit. Just realize that it's not going to be their day. Just taking his eyes off the ball before cleanly collecting it.
Havlocks are enjoying this now, certainly in a very different mindset than they were in last week. Looks like the halves combination, Samuel Madhuantha's territorial game has done well for them. Sivaraj adding a little bit of impetus in the backs though. Rifan. Here's Waingani Bao. Needs someone on his shoulder. I tell you who number 42 was if his number was on the score sheet, but Steven Sivaraj is taken by Janit Chandimal now. Chandimal puts the kick in when CH desperately needs to keep the ball in hand. Rifan dragged down by Malik Shaparera. Holding on is the call from referee Abekun, and Havlocks will be marched back 10 meters. It's taken quickly. Malik Shaparera going for the line on by himself.
No. Tackle, release. Last foot. Go back.
Safraz.
Back.
Tamani Kalu close to the line.
Release. No hands. Release.
Sachin Thanavaidyanatha.
Back. Offside.
Low
Penalty
tackle.
advantage. Another offside.
So a couple of offsides. Havlocks, they wouldn't mind that though in these dying moments of the game. There's no danger of conceding the losing bonus point either. Absul now. Oh, and it's a second knock on by Randy Silva.
Yeah.
Well, Shanak, it's the time of the game where we've just got to decide on a man of the match. And for me, probably a couple of main contenders. I thought Udesh Madhushankar has been outstanding for Havlocks, both in the loose as well as in the tight areas. And Jayadu Rajaratnam as well created a couple of tries, scored a couple of himself as well. So probably let you make that final call, Shanaka.
Yeah, I agree with those two options,
Hurry up, quick.
Abdullah. And it's another uncharacteristic drop from Randy Silva. Another man who was pretty influential was Samuel Madhuantha with his territorial game management. Thought he was good as well today.
Yeah, flanker.
But for me, in terms of both sides of the ball, here's Waing Kohli Tamani Kalu, who's actually bound at number 8 in that scrum. Randy Silva catches that one. it didn't survive the clean out. But for me, I think on playing on both sides of the ball, Abdullah, Udesh Madhushanka is my Swiss Tech perfect player of the match.
Yes, thought defensively as well, isn't it, Shanaka? Couple of occasions he nailed CHNFC's foreign centre.
Coach! Bye!
Petero Misalin at crucial moments. He was all over the park, so he'll be a Swiss Tech perfect man of the match for today's encounter. But the game is not over yet. Havlocks, or rather CH, trying to add a little bit of respectability to the scoreline. Afzal almost losing control of the ball, and this time he has lost control of the ball on the ground. It's really been a error-ridden performance by the CHNFC outfit, who you'd have to say, Shanaka, came into this game as favourites, given their performances thus far in the league. But they've just definitely been off colour today. And just referee Abekon saying that this will be the final play of the game. So very little choice for Havlocks, rather than just to take the ball and put it into touch,
Ball is available.
which they will do. Bulat Singhalage punts it into touch, and what a brilliant win for Havelock Sports Club. And this win, Shanak, you'd have to say, has once again opened this league up in so many ways. Brilliant performance by the home side, and they're back in contention to make that all-important grand final.
Well, coming into this game, Abdullah, CH was an unbeaten team along with Kandy, and Kandy remains the only unbeaten team in this Maliban Rugby League so far. CHNFC coming to the Havelocks Sports Club and losing that unbeaten tag, and losing it in some style as well. Havelocks bouncing back from their defeat in that first leg of the Mathis Trophy, and putting one hand quite firmly on the YC Chang Memorial Trophy played between these two teams. Here's our Swiss Tech player of the game, Udesh Madhushanka, who's had an outstanding game and an outstanding season so far. And Havelocks, you have to say, when their first local backline, if I can call it that, came onto the park, they looked like they had a bit of zip, but the forwards had done the job, softened the blow for them, and did a good job. Tineta Dodangoda with the crucial steal in a line out at an important time of the match. And that man, Janit Chandimal, at the bottom of your screen, who has won matches for CH in this season, just had a very, very off day, as did several of the CH players, and they'll go back licking their wounds. Azmir Fajuddin will be very happy with that performance, and the two foreign players comparing notes. Junior Visesio with Kohli Tamani Kalu.
Yes, and a lot of credit to Havelocks as well. Faced a demoralizing defeat last week against CHNFC, but they have bounced back in some style, you'd have to say. Very much back in contention. It's been a really competitive league this year, hasn't it been, Shanaka? Foreigners have added a lot of colour to this tournament as well.
Well, they've added the glamour, Abdullah, but I think because they've been absent for so long, a lot of the newer coaches probably are not using them in the most optimal fashion, and that's something that they will all have to have a chat about as well. Anuranga Walpola having a chat with Abdullah Rizvi. Good to see that there's no hard feelings between the opponents. Always good to have this camaraderie between the two opposing teams. 39 points to 5. It's been a thumping for the Havelocks today at CHNFC, and this sets up the league really nicely.
So these are the highlights of the second half. Havelocks drawing first blood through a well constructed driving maul. Really very well executed. You can see the CH8 backtrotting. Good control by the Heavies 8 get that first score. Madhuwanta, who will have to say had a mixed day with the boot, making no mistake with the conversion. And then an opportunistic try by Rajaratna, something which he's very good at taking, being outstanding for Havlocks this season, as he was last year as well. Madhuwanta making no mistake with that comfortable conversion. From then on, it was all Havlocks. Just sense that the CH shoulders dropping, and the other wing three-quarter, schoolmate of Rajaratna, Vijayaratna, making no mistake. And probably what you'd have to say, the try of the game, which came at the very end, Mohammad Rifan, benefiting off a brilliant offload by Sudesh Jai Vikrama. Wonderful line, how he straightened out. Saw Rifan running in good line himself on that inside left shoulder to go untouched under the post. And Stefan Sivaraj putting the finishing touches. So these are the key stats. 6 tries to 1 probably says it all. 3 conversions, 2 by Madhuwanta, 1 by Sivaraj, and of course a penalty goal by Samuel Madhuwanta. And a Swiss Tech perfect player of the match, the Heavies open side flanker Udesh Madhushankar.
A really good performance on the back of a disappointing one from Havlocks, and their supporters will be very happy. The Havlocks bar will be buzzing tonight, that's for sure. But here are the games coming up this weekend. On the 10th of January, that's Saturday tomorrow, we have Air Force travelling to the CHNFC grounds to take on Sri Lions. Then we have Sri Lanka Army taking on Navy Sports Club in another bottom of the table clash. That's going to be a really important one as well. And then we have that humdinger up in Kandy. The Nithavala Stadium is going to be alight when CHNFC, the old four, travels to Kandy Sports Club, trying to take Kandy's unbeaten tag off them, but they will hold on to that for dear life. Can Kandy remain the only unbeaten team at the end of the first round of matches? That's something that we'll have to wait and see for Sunday evening. Then, of course, we have another big week coming up. We have Police taking on Army SC. That's going to be a very closely fought game with Police at home. And CHNFC taking on Air Force. That's going to be an interesting match as well, because Air Force have been one of the form teams of this season so far. And then another blockbuster up in Nithavala. We have Havlocks, who will be on the back of this performance very, very confident of taking on Kandy Sports Club in Nithavala. CHNFC will want to run up a big score against Sri Lions at the CHNFC grounds on the 18th as well, and maybe take a couple of bonus points from that game if they can. So those are fixtures for week 10, which will be the penultimate week of this first round. Well, that brings us to the end of our coverage here at the Havelock Sports Club ground. It was a wonderful setting for rugby, a superb environment and atmosphere as well, and the weather conditions stayed brilliant all the way through, and it was a superb display of running rugby also from Havlocks, who put 39 points unexpectedly on a CH team that failed to turn up on the day. From Abdullah Yusuf, Shana Kamara Singh and the rest of the Papare production team, it's goodbye for now.
by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll on.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංක එක ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.
Keep pushing the limits. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
වසංගකාරී වෙනුවෙන් අද්විතීය නිමාවෙන් විශ්වාසී ආරක්ෂාවෙන් අසමසම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Drink Samahan daily to boost your immunity and stay healthy against prevailing health conditions. Samahan daily. Stay healthy.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep sweating. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
අසමසම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
එතකොට මහත්තයාට උනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
එතකොට මහත්තයාට උනේ ටයිල් ඇඩිසිව් ග්‍රවුට් වෝටර්ප්‍රූෆින් ස්කිම් කොට් නේ.
ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් නැද්ද මුදලාලි? අතන කඩේ 140ක් දෙන්නම් කිව්වා.
බෑග් වල බොරු ගණන් ගහලා පස්සේ ලොකු ඩිස්කවුන්ට් දෙන දේවල් මා ගාව නෑ මහත්තයා.
ඔබේ නිවසේ පරිපූර්ණ නිමාවකට දවටනේ නියම මිල සඳහන් ස්විස් ටෙක් නිෂ්පාදන මිලදී ගන්න. ස්විස් ටෙක් ගන්න ඕනේ හොඳම තීරණය.
Keep rising. No matter what your fitness goal is, we are always there by you, with you. Iodex, get, spray, go.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
Drink Samahan daily to boost your immunity and stay healthy against prevailing health conditions. Samahan daily. Stay healthy.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. නඩත්තු වියදම් නැති ජාත්‍යන්තර සහතික සමග වසර 30ක් දක්වා වගකීමක් ඇති Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
අසමසම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
Perfectly Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.
සම ස්මාර්ට් ඔප්ෂන් සමගින් 125cc බලයෙන් සියල්ලටම ඉහළින් TVS Raider 125 the full option bike.
Perfectly. Swiss Tech Aluminium. ඔබත් කොටේෂන් එකක් අරගෙන බලන්න.